Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Highlight in the Magic City on the Highlight Channel. I'm Stu Nyman, and together with Andrew Bleckman, we will cover every point played today. All Mutuals wagering is now open on today's 8-game performance. Each of today's 8 games offers win, place, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. We start off with a daily double. Games 1 and 2. We have 2 pick threes, an early pick 3 and a late pick 3. Early pick 3 games 2, 3, and 4. Late pick 3 games 6, 7, and 8. We also have the high-paying high 5 jackpot, most popular wager here at Magic City. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's a pick 5 wager with a $2,000 guarantee. We have no scratches in today's performance, ladies and gentlemen. Today's performance is entirely scratch-free. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in the state of Connecticut, mywinners.com. Placing a bet not necessary in order for you to enjoy all that we have in store for you today. Post time for game number 1, 9 minutes. Andrew, how are you?
Good, Stu. Quick intro today, huh?
Yeah, no scratches, and what? And also, I eliminated the explanation of the high 5. 'Cause you don't understand it by now yet.
Yeah,
probably not. Never going to understand it. If you haven't gotten it by now, you're probably never going to get it.
And we have what? Four more Pelota performances, I believe, in 2025, and then, as you noted, the first part of 2026 will not be able to talk to us on these broadcasts. So get those questions in now.
Yeah, and the chat made mention of that. It's so sorry we'll no longer have this channel available for communication, but you still will have this channel available for watching Battle Court beginning February of 2026. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Talking to us is just kind of a, you know, I'm glad many of you have enjoyed it. It's been fun for us. Thank you for all your insights. It's been very interesting. Mark, thank you very much. Mr. Schumann, good afternoon. Mark, sorry to hear that you were in the hospital for 3 weeks. My goodness. We have had a few folks over the years that have tuned in while ill. See what Highlight does to you? Watch enough Highlight, you wind up in the hospital. Sorry about that. Don't send any co-pays this way. We can't handle them. Say Highlight, greetings. Glad to hear that you're largely recovered.
That's great.
Mo Crank, greetings. Andrew, how are you feeling?
Good. I'm feeling good today. Ready to go. I mean, last night, what a night of Battle Court, huh? Yeah.
Should we give them behind the scenes for 1 second? Cool. Just a question. Okay, so the rag's hanging out of your helmet, your shirt's out. It looks like you just rolled out of bed. Oh, I see. You were in the shower. We disrupted your shower. Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense. Something's going on. I mean,
Cool's looking rough.
And you got the oh man.
And that backhand.
Did
wow.
We see? Yeah.
No. Now I made him nervous. That happens sometimes. So, did I ask you how you were?
Yes.
Oh, how are you?
Good. I said doing better today. But after last night, a tough night of Battle Court. Sometimes we need a reset after the Warriors play, too. It's important for everyone.
You heard what I was talking to Alex about, and it's something that I've always recognized. I don't know how to encourage people to do it. I know that I've had to do it on my own, not just in relation to Highlight, but in general. It's with all the 2018 players, every day they had to listen to, look, if you have a bad game, if you have a bad point.
Yeah, right.
Go back to the bench and try to reset. Come out fresh as best you can. Don't sit there with the negativity of that point. If you have a bad game, try to drop it. And then if you have a bad day, just try to reset. But it's so much easier to say it. And I think you saw some of that with... And I don't, to be honest with you, I think that it's possible for some people, it's not possible for other people, especially if there was something that if there was a pad call that was missed, if there was just generally something that wasn't fair. It's a little more hard.
Yeah. Well, Fireball's moving up the standings after last night with that win over the Warriors, 5-1. Tonight, we've Renegades and Chargers, so winding down this regular season. I mean, every match really significant at this point of the year.
And as far as what's going on with the doubles here in Pelota, there's tight, isn't it?
The doubles race, I think here it's pretty close too.
And tell me about the singles race, because that singles race has been going on all year.
Yeah, singles has been tightening up. Well, the early games. We'll start with that. Benetrix and Flores leading with 7 wins, and then Ikeda and Tennessee are in second. They have 6 wins. It's been a pretty good week for Ikeda and Tennessee, with the last few weeks adding 3 of those wins. And then in the late games, Stu, that's,
It's one that pays.
Yeah, that's the moneymaker. You got Hyro and Manu up there at the top. They're in first place with 7 wins. Goanaga and Nicholas in second with 6 wins. And then Benetrix and Douglas in third with 5, and Arruti and Cabrera in fourth place with 4 wins. So, I mean, pretty close. Just 1 win separating every position in the standings.
That's something else.
All the way down from first to fourth. So every one of those teams still in contention for a bonus prize. It's the top 2 in the late doubles. And feature singles is as close as it's been, I think, maybe at any point this year. Inaki with 2 feature wins on Tuesday.
Okay.
He's closed the gap to just 1. 17 wins for Gosheri, 16 for Inaki. So
wouldn't that be something if
Yeah.
Inaki? Wow.
how about that?
I have a feeling that Gosheri's keeping track.
Well, it's fun. Both of them. It's usually after 1 wins.
I noticed
they'll come
they've
up
been
and they see. Yeah, so you see Gosheri in here a bunch. Inaki's coming back here. This is the time where.
Inaki's more talkative, though.
Yeah, he a little,
It's a little more
had
social.
a little more color.
There's a
than
little
ability.
social, more social engagement.
But it'll be a great race. I mean, in everything we have here. I mean, late doubles close, early doubles close, singles close, battle court. I mean, everything
Battlecore couldn't be closer.
related to High Life, Stu. We've achieved parity. It's finally got it.
Mark, with 2 minutes to go, that's an interesting question. The pace of play is quicker, and this is, of course, the subject of much online debate. Not online here, but if you go to Tiger's board, there's all different types of opinions, none of which I've chosen to engage with these last 2 weeks because I don't think any can contribute anything positive. So we have not seen anyone not adjust. That is one thing that has been consistent all the way from Lopez to Olheron to the players who have stuck with us now for 2 seasons, Arrutia, and is that they are surprised at how much quicker the ball, how much faster your reaction time is here. So what the ball, so if the ball is moving slightly slower than a traditional highlight ball, but then the court is shorter and the play is faster,
It seems confusing.
Yeah,
How could that be?
It's just one of those things. But yes, the pace of play is definitely faster here, and they adjust. Lalu and Arrutia, I would point you to. Alex yesterday. I mean, Alex, he got locked in and just could not be beat. So I will say that there have been very few players who've come over to play with us. They come in, and I would say that for fans as well, fans of traditional highlight, who the big court, they come in, they get an eye-opening experience, and definitely anyone who's played on the court professionally or in the Us and Jack winds up leaving with a respect for it. They may not like it, but they do have a respect for it.
For sure. 0 minutes on the clock. Let's begin the highlight today with game number 1.
Of course, we're going to be with Tiger's Board. I'm always going to be with Tiger's Board. Tiger's Board's been there for a long time for people to contribute their opinions, whether they know what they're talking about or not. Let's begin game number 1. It is a spectacular 7 Doubles match, play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving, red shirts of post 1, Ikeda in Tennessee. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Arta and Gallo. Ikeda serves, we begin. Ikeda from the 9 line, backhand to the inside. Tennessee from the 12. Here's the backhand by Arta. Arta again, backhand from the 8. Rebote dropping, saved by Ikeda. Good play by Gallo at the back wall. This Rebote is on the side wall. Ikeda makes a save. Big bounce into the corner. That will score, point 1. 1 first up on the board. In our first game, that'll bring to the court the white shirts of post 3, Juice and Cabrera. Backhand by Cabrera. Here's the backhand now by Tennessee. Thanks. Rebote, forehand by Ikeda. Juice moves up on it, takes it in the air. That Cortada attempt hit the pad, and the pad is bad. Point 1. Green shirts of post 4. Julian's in the front court with El Barba in the back. Here's the backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote. Rebote forehand. El Barba's there. Fine catch. Nice backhand. Ikeda calls for it. Saves it on the forehand. Julian. Rebote forehand. Saved by Ikeda. 2-all caught the pad. Point 1. 3 points for the 1 team. In this matchup, Ikeda is serving to the black shirts post 5. That's Cool Fitness and Manny. Oh, highlight. We don't. I usually don't pick up conversations because that subject matter trailed off as to who could and could not play up at another place. That's all relative. There's a backhand by Manny. Rebote, left side. Ball touches out of play. Point 5. Yellow shirts post 6. CRB and Ben receive. Ball tipped, point 5. Receiving post 7, Lalu Anunda. Excellent catch. The shot will score, 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirts, post 8. We have Benetrix in the front court with Flores in the back. Rebote by Benetrix. Big bounce. Caught by Unda. Rebote forehand. Lalu is there. Flores from the 11 line. Benetrix, 2-all. Stopped by Lalu. That scores. 0.7. We've completed the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, blue opposed 2, Arta and Gallo. Lalu to the inside. Scoop attempt is tipped. 0.7. Two all scores. 0.3. Green shirts post 4, Julian L. Barba. Julian picks the serve, big backhand. Rebote coming way out, Juice on the run. Made the rebote. And scored. 0.3. 3 with 4 points. Returning. Red shirts post 1, Ikeda in Tennessee. Point 1. Possible game point for the red shirts of post 1. Ikeda in Tennessee trying to stop them, CRB and Ben. Underserve. 0.6. 6 on the board with 2 points. Receiving black shirts post 5. That's Cool Fitness and Manny. There's a backhand by Manny. Rebote. Rebote left side to the inside. Manny makes the catch. There's the backhand. CRB. Rebote forehand. By Cool. Gets out of the way. Ben's there. Winding up. 2-all. Cool was ready for it. Makes the catch. Fires it back. He beat Ben. 0.5. 5 with 4 points. Purple shirts post 8. Benetrix and Flores. Flores on the catch. There's the backhand. Manny from the 9. Flores from the 12. Benetrix will take that on the bounce back. The 11 line. Hard throw to the inside. Manny's there. Manny over the top. Benetrix stops that at the 10. Catch by Cool Fitness. Catch by Benetrix. Rebote forehand save. Benetrix is on it. He's winding up. Rebote by Manny. Benetrix is there. Backhand to the outside. Manny digging down will not make the play. Point 8. Play continues. 8 with 2 points. Serving to post 2. Back on the court, Arta and Gallo. Powerful forehand by Gallo. Rebote by Benetrix. Scoop by Benetrix. Gallo in the backcourt. Here's Arta. Backhand 2-all. Out. Point 8. 18 serving with 4 points. Receiving 4 points. Post 7. Pink shirts. Lalu and Unda. What a catch by Unda. Unda on the backhand from the 13. Low and hard and scoring. Point 7. Possible game point for Pink Shirts of post 7. Lalu and Unda trying to stop them. Julian and El Barba. El Barba, fine catch. Strong backhand. Passes wall to wall. Lalu, hard to the inside. What a catch by El Barba. Unda on the forehand. What a catch by El Barba. Not that one. There's the rebote by Julian. Point of game. Post 7. Lalu. And Unda. 7 wins it, 1 places, 3, 5, and 8 play off for third place. 3 first serves to 5. Manny on the catch. Juice was out there, just missed. Point 5. Possible show point for post 5. Over serve. Show point. 8 serves to 5. Ari Mizrahi checking in. Ari, Barba caught some great balls there. By any standard. That bullet comes through and scores. Third place finish for post 8, Benetrix and Flores. 7-1-8, unofficial order finish for game 1. Results from game 1 are official coming in first, post 7. Lalu and Unda taking second, post 1. Ikeda, Tennessee coming in third, post 8. Benetrix and Flores. Your prices will be up. Before I could even say in a moment, there they are. $2 Quinella, 1729.40. Trifecta 718, $470.40. $2 wager on 7 to win, $13. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 2. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 2. Game 2 does begin our early pick 3. Post time, just about 6 minutes. Good luck. Let's see all these questions here. Mark, no, we've never had a player come here and say it's too fast. That's never been the case. And I would suffice to say that the people who are invited to play here are sufficiently vetted before they come to know where we know what they're capable of. So yeah, that wouldn't be the case. How traditional is pelota? So this is actually, it's called pelota, but it's more basically known as quinellas, which is the round-robin format of playing that was established for pari-mutuel wagering back in the 50s. So the format is traditional. Basically, the only thing that's different here is the ball and the length of the court. The highlight, as it was known in the United States, was played on courts basically as short as 150 feet, which is about 30 feet longer than we are here, all the way up to 178 feet, somewhere in there. And, full of auditoriums, back when people used to go out and do things like movies and shows and stuff like that, especially when they had to attend to live betting events. The places needed to be big and the courts were big. Ironically, some folks, some American players here in the United States were very much into highlight and are very vocal about their distaste for what we do here, or some of our players. I really don't pay them any mind, but 36-meter highlight courts have been recognized by the International Federation always. So even though we call it short court only by comparison to what is being televised in Europe right now and what has been played historically here. So short court has always been. The only limitation that there was short court typically was reserved for singles. They didn't play a lot of doubles on short courts, but that didn't mean that they never played doubles on short court. Granite front wall. So even their granite front wall is tradition, and they were built with granite front walls. But there's like nothing in the rules that says that the front wall has to be granite. This is the issue that I take with people who say, that highlight is this. Okay, if you have a cesta and you're using a ball, and the catches and throws are traditional. That's highlight. Whether the court's made of glass, whether the court's made of granite and poured concrete, does that mean that because Matt's Wall in Connecticut isn't a solid pour, that's not highlight, and that it's a shorter court, that's not highlight? Of course they're playing highlight up there. Of course North Miami Amateur, with its rubber ball court, its plastic ball court, and its hard ball court with 3 different size court, of course they were playing highlight on those courts. So to say that we were not playing highlight here is just stupid. So occasionally I engage in those conversations online, but I usually have to be pretty pissed off at something else, and that's where I just displace my frustration, because to argue with some of those folks, it's just, what I found out a long time ago is that so many of the people who take issue with what we're doing here, as we enter our 8th year and as we get ready to make a major move, so many of the people who are frustrated are basically frustrated kind of generally with life. And Andrew's heard this endlessly, they love the memory, as do I, of a full smoke-filled fronton with 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, however many people the fronton sat, where there was a lively energy, but also we were younger. I didn't have a urologist. I didn't need a urologist, when I was enjoying that kind of highlight. So yeah, relationships were easier. Bills didn't work the same. So yeah, everything was like better for me, and I imagine for them too. So they look at this, and it's like we're somehow co-opting something instead of looking at it as the evolutionary process. We have more people watching highlight now, eyes on this, arguably than we did back then, even if not live, then on the replay, and more to come. So to say that there's anything wrong with this, that's just bullshit. Sufficient answer. Let's begin game 2. It is a spectacular 7 singles match played with 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving the red shirt at post 1, Juice. Receiving the blue at post 2, Cool Fitness. There's the serve. We begin. Scoop attempt missed. Rabote not there. The ball hit. Oh, that's Juice's point. Cool didn't get out of the way. Point 1. Juice serves, Tennessee. Rabote forehand by Juice. Tennessee stays on the move. Hard throw to the inside. Well done. Point 3. Green shirt to post 4. Here's El Barba. So much is. El Barba on the catch. Here's the backhand. Scoop by Tennessee. That clears the overhead screen. El Barba. Oh. El Barba hurt his back and put it outside and scored. Point 4. Black shirt to post 5. Ben receives. This backhand by Ben. El Barba. Scoop attempt is tip. Point 4. Yellow shirt to post 6. Ikeda receives. Ikeda on the forehand. El Barba moves up to take it in the air. That's a great play. Backhand, right up the middle. Catch by El Barba. Catch by Ikeda. Scoop by El. What's wrong with El Barba today? Rabote forehand. Catch by El Barba again. Hard to the inside he goes. There's the scoop by Ikeda. Rabote, 2-0 with a light touch. Ikeda got that. Hard throw. Will score. That's a well-played point. Real well-played point. Point 6. Pink shirt to post 7. CRB receive. Here's the backhand by CRB. Rabote, forehand. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirt at post 8, Flores. Sounds like an interesting conversation on the bench, doesn't it?
It's one word.
Yeah, it's like, I can't figure out what Chad brings out of people. Point 6. 3 points for the 6 post as we complete the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the blue of post 2, back with a vengeance, is Cool Fitness. Here's a catch by Cool Fitness. Backhand to the inside. Ikeda. Powerfully. Oh. Point 6. Possible game point 4. Ikeda. Post 6. Trying to stop him. The red of post 1. Juice. Long costado. Point game, post 6, Ikeda. 6 wins it, 4 places. 3 serves to 1. This is a playoff for show. Three shows. That's Highland. Or That's why. That's why. Six, 4, 3. Official order finished for game 2. Andrew and I are just back here arguing about the haves and have-nots. It's a philosophical argument. Play better or starve, highlight player. Play better or starve. What? Here are the prices. $2 Quinella 4-6, 46.20. Trifecta 6-4-3, 168. $2 wager on 6 to win, $13. Early daily double 7-6, 42.60. Just been notified of a late scratch. Once again, just been notified of a late scratch. Game 3, post. Let me look. 5. Scratch Juice. Replace Juice with Echeverry. We just let Echeverry know that as well. So once again, the price is $2 Quinella 4-6, 46.20. Trifecta 4-6-3, 6-4-3, 168. Daily double 7-6, 42.60. Game 3 up next, the beginning of our high 5. Juice is out in post 5. That is a late scratch. So late, I just heard about it. Juice is out, replaced by Echeverry. Game 3, post 5. Scratch. Juice replaced Juice with Echeverry. Post time. About 7 minutes. Good luck. I have a press release burning in my... I got news for you guys. So... I threw that out there. I spoke to the executive producer of the Highlight Network, the Highlight channel of Battle Court, and I believe she's a senior vice president. All I know is that she's like way above me as far as this organization is concerned. And And I was told that we are not going to have a press release by the end of. So you will never hear us talking about our next location in this broadcast.
Really?
Yep. I asked, I said, do you think? And let me tell you how much I've grown up. Because I always hope that Andrew can learn from. Andrew and I have some similarities, like nervousness, like I was nervous when I was your age. I'm less nervous now, and
Yeah, I'm not. No.
And you're way less nervous than you used to be. I mean, wood, no question about it. But the other thing that we have in common is that when we know we're right about something, we really have to get our. It's hard to step back from being right when you know you're right about something.
I just don't.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay, so that's the next thing that will come. That's the next thing that will come. So there is, and this is not a. This has.
But that's only when I know I'm 1,000% right, which isn't very often. Sorry.
So the case here is that there is no reason not to, and arguably those of you who tune in and engage have been our. Hold on a second. Those of you who tune in and engage in this process during Pelota have been some of our most fervent fans. So why wouldn't we let you know? But the mature brain, or the 56-year-old heavily medicated brain, recognizes that there may be things going on above my pay scale that I don't know about that necessitate something along the lines of a grand opening or a grand press release, and even though where we are going has been publicly announced on the court by Scott, that's his prerogative. He's the CEO. That's his prerogative. My prerogative don't mean schnitt.
Sure.
It doesn't. So I would make an argument that we're not doing a disservice, but that it would be a customer service to allow people who we know are our best customers to ask some questions and to, obviously I know what questions to answer, not what not to answer. But nope. And that's okay. And I'm really not being passive aggressive. I'm really not. I was totally comfortable with the response. It's like I asked and the answer was no, and we move on. But we will be moving. We have 4 more of these performances.
Well, yeah, including today, it's 4.
Including today, it's only 3 more.
It's just the next week is the last full week, and then we play Tuesday, and then that Thursday's Thanksgiving. So.
Wow. Oh, that's something else.
Yeah. Well, that's all right, Stu.
So the other thing that we
tried,
can't,
folks.
That's okay. The other thing that we can't answer is that there have been some reports that Pelota is going away forever, and that is not necessarily. And yes, I did qualify that with the necessarily, because we don't know. We do know that Pelota will not be played at the beginning of the move, so we will not. When you see us again in February, you will see us battle court only. You will not be able to engage enjoyably with Andrew and I. Andrew and I, what I hear, we're going to be secluded. We're going to be surrounded in a box, something I've asked for a long time. Not a soundproof box.
Just a box.
And my sixth sense tells me that these players, one way or the other, will figure out how to get me. And that, I think, is going to be really interesting, because that responsibility is going to fall on others to keep them away from the announcers.
I think if we're so secluded, and there would be no reason to go back there. Now we're kind of in this row, and you can see the bench, you can see the players. It's like we're present.
So the only hint that I've gotten is that this thing will continue straight through, and that if anyone needs to reach me, they can reach me by phone.
Oh. I don't think that's so bad, though.
No, neither do I. Neither do I.
That'd be good.
They want us to focus. No, I'm not going to play the game if I heard a wild rumor. It was announced publicly. I can't do that. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Our time in Magic City has been a blast. It's going to continue to be a blast. Wherever we go, we take the program with us, and we're going to have fun.
We will.
You prefer players, you prefer guys announcing by players, lots of screaming. No, Z, no. No, too annoying.
There's value in it. And there's some good broadcast stuff that comes out of it, but
Every now and then.
yeah. We'll see.
There's that whole thing, let's play up the drama of what goes on in the back. It's like, careful what you wish for. It'll be great. Time to begin game 3. It is a spectacular 7. Doubles match, play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts, post 1. Is Benetrix and Flores receiving in the blue of post 2. Julian L. Barba. Here's the serve. We begin. El Barba on the catch. Benetrix is there. Rebote forehand by Julian. Benetrix, backhand from the 7. Point 1. Receiving the white shirts, post 3. Cool Fitness and Manny. Manny on the backhand to the inside. Magic City bounce. Stopped by Benetrix. Here's the backhand. Rotate forehand. Benetrix on the catch, winding up. Split placement. Stopped in the air by Cool Fitness. There's the backhand. Benetrix makes the catch. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote forehand. Saved by Manny. Benetrix attacks, winds up. Scoop by Manny. Back to the inside. Benetrix is there. Rebote forehand by Manny. Scoop by Manny, comes over the top. Outside placement will score. Point 1. Receiving the green shirts of post 4. CRB and Ben. How old are you? When did you turn 40? Happy birthday. 40? Point 4. Black shirts, post 5. Etcheberry, who's substituting for Juice and Cabrera. Backhand by Cabrera. Cabrera on the backhand. CRB at the sidewall. Big backhand follows. Rebote. For Etcheberry. Big bounce to the inside. Ben's there. Good catch. Cabrera calls for it. Backhand from the 9. CRB winding up. Split placement attempt. Caught by Cabrera. Backhand by Cabrera. Missed CRB, luckily. Good catch by Ben. Scoop by Cabrera. CRB in and out of the cestic goes. Point 5. Yellow shirts, post 6. Arta and Gallo. There's a forehand by Gallo. Catch by Cabrera. Big backhand by Arta. Rebote saved by Arta. That's in. 0.6. When in doubt, catch it. That's happened to Lalu a couple times too, actually. Pink shirts at post 7, Lalu and Unda. Powerful backhand by Unda. Robote forehand. It's a good catch by Lalu. Scoop attempt miss. Robote. Gallo keeps that in play. Good save. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirts of post 8, Ikeda and Tennessee. Richard Bueno is still definitely on the roster. He is out with a back injury. We expect to see him again next year. Here's a backhand by Tennessee. Catch by Unda. Tennessee from the 10 line. Tennessee again, powerfully. This one comes to the forehand of Unda. Tennessee at the 13 line. Robote forehand by Ikeda. Lalu has it, winds up. Coasty to the inside. Robote saved by Ikeda. Nice play. Here's Lalu at the 7. Catch by Tennessee. Beautifully made at the back wall. Unda from the 11. Ikeda in the air. Backhand from the 9. Tennessee powerfully to the inside. Good catch by Lalu all the way back at the 10 line. Robote. That rebound off the back wall comes out. Unda goes the outside to make the catch. Hard throw followed. Ikeda. Oh, can't make the play. 0.7. 2 points for the 7 team. First round's complete. Matchups worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First return, blue post 2, Julian Barba. Here's a backhand by El Barba. 0.2. Receiving the white shirts, post 3. A belated happy birthday to Cool Fitness, now in his 40s. Damn. Wish I looked like that when I was 40. Manny's in the backcourt. There's the backhand by Manny. Julian from midcourt. Catch by Manny. Manny over the top. Robote forehand saved by Manny. Julian takes that on the bounce. Robote forehand by Julian. Manny turns, saves the Robote on the right side. Here, Julian. Oh, in and out of the cesta it goes, 0.2. 4 points for the 2 post. Red shirts at post 1. Benetrix and Flores receive. Oh, for serve, 0.1. 1 with 4 points, serving to post 4. CRB and Ben. Ben digs down, try to make that Robote. Ball short, 0.1. 6 points and a possible game point for Benatrix and Flores, trying to stop them. Echeverry, who is substituting for Juice with Cabrera. Backhand. Caught by Benatrix. Benatrix hard to the inside. Cabrera from the 12. Flores now from the 11 line. Scoop high on the left side of Cabrera. Rebote forehand save by Benatrix. Filo scores. 0.5. 5 with 3 points. Here's post 6, Arta and Gallo. Gallo on the forehand. Cabrera backhand. Long carom. Stopped in the front court by Echeverry. Echeverry powerfully. Stopped by Gallo. Great catch. Backhand up the middle. Stopped by Cabrera. Arta at the sidewall makes a difficult save. Here's Echeverry from the 5 line. Cortada scores. 0.5. Possible game point for the Black Shirts of post 5. Echeverry and Cabrera trying to stop them. Ikeda in Tennessee. Over serve, 0.8. Play continues. 8 with 2 points, serving to post 7. Lalu and Unda. Big backhand. Rebote for Ikeda to the inside. Unda, left side, backhand from the 10 line. Tennessee's there, great catch. Unda now from the 10 line to the inside. Picada, or kind of one over the top by Tennessee. Rebote forehand. Stopped by Lalu. Lalu winds up. Costi to the inside. Ikeda calls for it. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Cut off in the air by Lalu. Tennessee from the 12 line. Backhand. Unda has that on the forehand. That's a great catch by Tennessee at the back wall. Lalu takes it in the air. 2-all. Oh, it's better not to get hit with the ball. It's all right. 0.7. Seven with 4 points, serving to post 3. Cool, Fitness, and Manny. Powerful, powerful, powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Cool Fitness is on and throws a beautiful forehand Rebote. Low runner. Scoop by Manny. Big backhand by Manny. Clears the overhead screen. Lalu looks for the Rebote. To the outside. Oh, right off the tip of Cool Cesta, 0.7. Possible game point. Pink shirts of post 7. Lalu and Unda trying to stop them. Julian and El Barba. Julian picks the serve. Powerful backhand follows. Lalu calls for Rebote. Julian makes the catch at the 7. Powerful backhand. Unda from the 11 line. Rebote forehand, saved by Julian. Who's there? Backhand. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Point in game, post 7, Lalu and Unda. 1 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order finish, 7-1-5. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 3 are official as posted. They're posted now. Coming in first, post 7, Lalu and Unda. Taking second, post 1, Benetrix and Flores. Coming in third, post 5, Etchberry and Cabrera. 7-1-5. Official order finish for Game 3. $2 Canelo 1-7, 31-40. Trifecta 7-1-5, 275 even. $2 wager on 7 wins, 1980. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 4. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points, with all points doubling after the first round of play. Plus time for Game 4. 6 minutes away. Good luck. It's back to where we were. Yes. So there's this interesting time of life, and I don't know that it comes to everybody, but it did come to me, where you make your point, especially if you feel powerfully about it. And some people call it finding, what hill are you willing to die on? What are, because there's some people who just like argue. And I definitely used to be like that. I mean, when I, seriously, 8 years ago, it was like arguing this, arguing, literally. I mean, we had no cage when I got here. And then one day I saw these things lining up, and usually I ask. And I'm not one who believes, the two approaches. I'd rather ask and be told no. I'd rather get permission. I'd rather do it and ask for forgiveness than see. Two different approaches to life, and I've definitely been the one who asks. But in this case, it was like the 2 benches sat where they sit now, and then it was completely open, like to the back. So guys would be saying hi to each other as they were walking in the back door, and I was like, no. You can't concentrate. There's distractions. Guys who are playing need to be left alone. They can't be interacting with guys around. So I put this up.
Yeah.
And fortunately, that was one time where I did do something on my own, where I took initiative, and there was a very real purpose to it, and it stayed. I'm not going to share with you any other. Well, one. The original one. Me in the draft.
Oh, yeah.
Now it turns out to be one of the most popular features of what we do. Switch, 5, 6, 7, 8. So,
yeah, but I don't know if you weren't against the draft as much as you were against the potential negative effects of the draft. I don't think that. Yeah.
Oh, Andrew.
But I also think
Shay won't take this the wrong way,
No.
will you? I love you.
No, but I think sometimes you just can't worry about it. That's what I was going to say too. It's like they've made their bed. If they get picked, they get picked. If they don't,
See, this is
kind of their
fault. This is the
problem.
This is the experiential thing that we get into. Is that you unfortunately have never had to deal with the negative consequences or fallout of it. And I can tell you that in highlight locker rooms, like for instance,
hey Scott, how you doing? Hey Scott,
is when you're responsible for the negative. When you have to deal with those things, it's really an uncomfortable feeling. So what you do is you learn to work around those.
Yeah.
So I totally get your point, and I clearly understand it. But what's happened is that the rules have evolved to meet the needs of the people who we have commitments to in terms of the players, and also to better the program where Battle Court's concerned. I think that that's fine. But as far as like hills to die on, and I'm absolutely right about there are so few situations where I feel so strongly that, hey, if you take that next step, you're going straight off the cliff, and that's the end of it. There's so few situations that I feel that I have to stand up about that.
And it would never be about something so serious. It's usually about sports or something, if I do. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I know.
Andrew, it's been nice working with you.
It's great. I'll tell you what. I don't know what's going on today, Stu.
Apparently, Mr. Savin has been listening.
Yeah, he says
There are very few circumstances under which he pulls me out of the announcer's chair to talk. And, well, the last one, was the one where he let me know that we had an opportunity to move to where we're moving. And I'm still recovering from that, so if I come back shell-shocked...
we'll know why.
Will you hold my hand?
I'll be here. We'll see what happens.
With 1 minute to go, why don't we switch so you can get set up?
No, it's okay, Stu.
Okay.
I may try that chair. This one's killing my back. I don't know what's going on. With that, folks, we are ready to begin game number 4. Spectacular 7 scoring. Serving. Serving red of post 1, we have Goanaga. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Arta. There's a serve. We begin with an ace. Goanaga. It's the first point of our 4th game. That'll bring to the court. White of post 3, Julin. Julin from the 11 line. High and hard, passing up the middle. Goanaga left side, Robote to the inside. Nice scoop there by Julin. Forehand Robote coming in, crossing the wall. What a scoop up there at the 8 line. Julin sends it back. Goanaga goes down to the floor, plays it up the middle. On the bounce, Julin keeps this one low. Scoop by Goanaga. Inside placement. Picked up by Julin now at the 7 line. Bote dropping inside, picked up. Here's Goanaga from the 9. He sends it deep. Coming out a long way. Robote forehand. Crossing, picked up by Goanaga. What a great catch. Robote missed, point 1. 1 with 2 points. Here's post 4, Manny. Manny from the 11 line puts it inside. Goanaga gets there, cuts it off along the wall. Forehander Bote narrowly clears. Goanaga kicks it off the sidewall, right back to Manny. Goanaga waits for the Robote, sends it up high. This is a big bounce. Manny controls it, sends it to pass. Not past Goanaga though. He reaches up behind it. Ball tipped. Point 1. 3 straight points for the 1 post. Black of post 5. Here's Hyro. Big backhand. Clears the screen. Goanaga stays with it. Sends it wall to wall. Hyro to the outside. That's a good one. Outside placement scores, 0.5. Jairo on the board with a point. Here's post 6, Benny. Benny handles that serve, floats it up high, passing Jairo. Robote now. It's a forehand. Benny handles off the side wall. Forehand Robote coming up the middle. Benny scrambling. He's not going to get out there. 0.5. 2 points for the 5 post. Post 7, Echeverry. Jeez. William, it is not the last day for the chat. The final day will be Tuesday, November 25th. That's an underserve. 0.7. In receive, rounding out the first round of play, purple of post 8. Here's Lalu. Wow. Lalu keeps the backhand low. Echeverry makes the catch up at the 9 line. Long Robote coming out. Lalu tracks it down, shoots it over the top. That's picked right off the sidewall. Shoots it. It opens, but Lalu gets there outside. Carom return. Not enough. What a catch by Echeverry. Just flicked it up blind overhead. Lalu with a chance. Goes high to the outside. Lands it in. Echeverry's got to play. That's the right save. Gets it inside. Lalu backing up. Handles on the forehand. Outside placement. Not enough. Echeverry. Both players smiling. Shoots the forehand inside. And it scores. Well played. Point goes to Echeverry. Down to receive. Points are now doubled through the end of the game. First round's complete. Here's post 2, Arta. Our backhand comes shooting out. Echeverry lays it up high. Arta picks it up. 0.7. Post 3 coming to return. Here's Julian. No. Julian keeps this one up the middle. Robote left side. Turn 2 walls. That will score. 0.7 straight points for Echeverry. Into a possible game point. And to stop them, post 4, Manny. Backhand coming in low. Echeverry winds up the costado, this time to the inside. It's dropping. Manny makes a great save. Echeverry runs around it, keeps it on the forehand, shoots it inside. Manny just did get out to it. Makes the catch right up the middle. Echeverry, costado to the inside again. That one's going to score for the win. Point and a perfect game. Post 7, Echeverry. No playoff here. 1 places. 5 shows. 7, 1, 5. Unofficial order of finish for game 4. And Richard, you asking about Pelota or Battle Court? The final Pelota day. Well, we can get it to you after the prices. And we could say it all back to back so it's a little clearer. There are the results. 7-1-5. Now official for game number 4, post 7. Echeverry with the win. Post 1, Goanaga takes second. Post 5, Hyro comes in third. The Quinella won 7. Earns $47. The trifecta 715 516.80. $2 on the 17 to win will return $9.40. Up next, moving on to game number 5. Spectacular 7 doubles game. Playing up to 7 points. Points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. Game 5 is scratch-free, as is the remainder of today's performance. And post time just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. So, Richard, last day for Pelota will be November 25th. Not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. We will also be playing Battle Court on that Tuesday, the 25th. And then the 26th, which is the Wednesday, we're off. No highlight at all. The 27th is off. There's no highlight at all. 28th, which is a Friday night, we will be playing that Friday night of Battle Court. That is the last regular season game day. Then the next week, switch. 3-4. Then the next week, we will play our semifinals of Battle Court on December 5th. The first semifinal is scheduled for 2 p.m. and the second semifinal is scheduled for 7 p.m. And then the following week, Friday, that will be December 12th. That will be our Battle Court Championship, 7 p.m. Eastern start time. So that's a complete rundown of what we have left, and really just gets confusing that last week or so. But again, Pelota ends Tuesday, November 25th, and Battle Court ends Friday, December 12th. You can also check out our schedule. You can go to the highlightworld.com. You can look at the schedule up there. You can see the Battle Court schedule, because that's a little more confusing. Because we get to those last couple weeks, we only play on Friday nights. But some important game days on those Fridays. If you're looking to make a trip down here to Florida, that could be the time. Richard Dell, we'll miss it down here too. As Stu mentioned, not necessarily a long-term change. It's just something with the move and everything going on. There are a lot of moving parts, so committing to dates that you have to play. Switch, 6, 5, 6. Get those questions in, folks, if you have any more. Just moving back over to my computer here so we can give you those late double standings again, because there are only 4 performances left, 2 games in each, so 8 total featured doubles games left in the Pelota season. Teams vying for a bonus prize right now. Hyro and Manu in first with 7 wins. Goanaga Nicholas in second with 6. Benetrix and Douglas in third with 5 wins. And Urrutia and Cabrera in fourth place with 4 wins. Unless another team goes on a generational run, it would be hard-pressed to think that the other contenders for the top 2 prizes, but focus on those 4 teams, and if anyone moves up the standings quickly, we will let you know. Let's see who's playing up here in Game 5. You got Hyro Manu in the 7, Goanaga and Nicholas in the 8, Benetrix and Douglas in the 4, and looks like no Urrutia and Cabrera. in Game 5. Just a little bit of a rotation in the late doubles. But yeah, Richard, going back to Pelota, as Sue said, we just don't really know for sure if we're going to get that, in the future. But for next season, there was just too much going on. It was hard to commit. So that's why we'll not see it then. But as you said, probably be bringing it back in the next season.
Well, I seem to have survived. He didn't tell me I was fired.
Good.
He was smiling.
Cool. Seemed like a good...
That's when you hear a right in the back end. 7-8. So how was everything while I left? Apparently that game went really quick.
Yeah, that was like the quickest game we've ever had, it seemed like.
That's the way it works. That's typically the way it works. Yeah. I just was given so much information that... He thinks so fast.
It's good skill. I mean, I don't know how he does it. Did I leave my pen there, Stu? No?
I have a blue.
No.
Yes, there's a black pen here. No, in fact, we hijacked it.
Okay.
Mr. Savin and I hijacked it.
Oh.
It's back now. Okay, so that's there. This is here. I'm sitting back in the seat.
Mark purchased a Battle Court jersey with a player's name and number.
In an XL or 2XL?
I think we're sponsored by Diaza. D-I-A-Z-A is the name of the brand that makes our shirts. So I think But I think if you go to that Diaza website, there was a way to purchase Battle Court shirts there, but I don't know for sure.
Let's begin. Wow.
We'll get you that answer.
He learned from Benny. Wow,
Game 5, about ready to begin.
Benny can do it. I can do it. All right, I get it. Time to begin Game 4. It is a spectacular 7. What is? Anything in particular? Or just everything? Well, let me get back to announcing. Game 4 begins. Spectacular 7 scoring. Serving. Red shirt at post 1 is Iñaki. And Unda receiving blue at post 2. Gosheri and Ben. Iñaki serves. We begin. Here's the backhand by Ben. Iñaki's there. Unda powerfully to the inside. Oh, what a catch by Ben. Backhand by Ben again. Powerfully thrown. Unda's there. Robote forehand by Gosheri. Stopped by Iñaki. Robote save with control by Unda. Drop shot caught by Iñaki. Drop shot scores. Point 1. One is serving to the white shirts of post 3, the team of Echeberry and Benny. Big backhand by Benny. Robote. Drop shot. Scores. Point 3. Green shirts, post 4. Taking the court are Benetrix and Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Etcheberry cross court to make the play. Douglas from the 13, backhand to the inside. Benny lets it pass. Etcheberry on the rebote. Douglas from the 11, backhand to the inside. Backhand by Benny. Douglas to the inside. Benny from the 13, backhand. Douglas again. Etcheberry reaches in, good catch. Powerful backhand, low and hard and stopped by Benetrix. Douglas makes the catch. Low runner. Oof, tough one. Crossing the sidewall. Well thrown, point 4. Black shirts at post 5 now take the court. We have Alex in the front court with Julian in the back. Douglas on the catch, backhand from deep in the back court. Rebote by Alex. Benetrix on the catch. Rebote coming in low. Benetrix makes the save. Alex on the forehand. Cortada stopped. Ooh. Cortadas are dangerous, especially here. Point 5. Yellow shirts post 6. Iturbide and Gallo. Julian from the 10. Iturbide back at the 9 line. Here's the backhand. Rotate to the forehand of Alex, scooped up by Iturbide. Alex is there. Backhand from the 6. Powerfully thrown. What a catch by Iturbide. Julian on the left side. Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Rotate forehand. Saved by Iturbide. Alex back to the 10. On the forehand. Powerful throw. Caught by Gallo. Rotate left side by Alex. Big bounce. Brought down by Gallo. Julian gets out there. That's a great catch. Hard throw. Crossing the wall. Gallo on the rebote. He makes the save. 2-all with the high bounce. Alex on the contra concha to make the catch. Crossing the wall. Not yet. Iturbide cut it off. Alex on the forehand from the 8. Hard to the inside. Gallo's there. Julian now from the 10 line. Powerful throw, wall-to-wall from the left side. Rebote coming out. Fine catch by Julian. Point 5. 2 points for the 5 posts. Pink shirts post 7. Jairo and Manu. Richard Poplis, excellent question. There used to be a rule about that, especially in Connecticut, I believe, about brothers playing. That rule doesn't exist on paper anymore. But yes, they can play as partners in or against each other. And obviously we have all three Goitia brothers, Alex and Julian right now. Post 5, and the black shirts, their brothers, will be playing against their brother Iñaki. Julian on the backhand from the 11 line. Robote. Robote forehand, straight back. Manu now from the 11. Here's Jairo from the 7. Powerful backhand caught by Julian. Julian again. Catch by Manu. Catch up high by Julian deep in the backcourt. Alex will take this on the bounce, the 10 line. Back over the top. Big bounce brought down by Manu at the 13 line. Cortada. Stopped by Jairo. Alex on the catch, forehand, Picaba. Stopped by Jairo on the bounce, the 8. Julian from the 10 line, low and hard, and scoring. Backcourt Cortada scores, 0.5. 5 with 3 points. Here's post 8 to complete the first round of play. We have Goanaga with his new and improved forehand and Nicholas. Rotate forehand by Alex, cut off by Goanaga. Powerful forehand rebote. Stopped by Nicholas in the backcourt. Powerful, powerful forehand rebote by Alex. Rebote hooked, 0.5. 5 with 4 points as we complete the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the blue post 2, go Sherry and Ben. Powerful backhand by Ben, passes Robote, forehand by Alex, caught by Gaucheri. Julian advances, makes the catch at the 10. Ben in the air, backhand, 12. Julian will stop that on the forehand, 12 line, over the top he comes. Gaucheri reaches in, backhand to the inside. Robote, left side by Alex, little clip. Gaucheri has it, Costello, stopped by Alex. Alex gets out there, returns a wonky one, and it scores. Well done. Straight points to a possible game point for the black shirts of post 5. Alex and Julian trying to stop them. Iñaki and Unda. Karam hit the pad, and the pad is bad. Point and game to the black shirts of post 5. Straight point effort for Alex and Julian. 5 wins it. 3, 4, and 1 playoff 4, second and third. 3 first serves to 4. Here's a backhand by Douglas. That's powerfully thrown. Caught by Etcheberry. Robote left side. Scoop by Douglas. There's the backhand. Robote, great effort by Etcheberry. That falls short, point 4. Tremendous play by all 4 players. Possible place point for post 4. Benetrix and Douglas. Receiving. Iñaki Anunda. Big backhand by Unda. Catch by Unda. Big right side. 2-all. Scores. 4 places, 3 serves to 1. This is show point. Underserve, 1 shows. 5-4-1, 5-4-1, unofficial order finish for game 4. Ladies and gentlemen, after I announce these prices, we're going to have a new segment we'll introduce for the next 4 days. Andrew Bleckman's What Grinds My Gears. Just going to let it out.
There's nothing that's grinding my gears.
Can I read the prices first?
I don't think we can't talk about this on air.
But what have I been doing all the time? Speak about it without speaking about it. Come up with a metaphor. Exactly. Come up with a metaphor. 5-4-1. Official result for game 4. $2 Canal, $4-5, $39. Trifecta 5-4-1, $563.80. $2 wager on 5 to win, $11.40 up next. Game 5, a spectacular 7. Doubles match, played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Post time for game 5, just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we introduce you to Andrew Bleckman and What Grinds My Gears.
There's really not.
You need to lead off with what grinds. You know, Stu, what really grinds my gears?
What really grinds my gears is this guy pressing me when I haven't finished the prices. That's what really grinds my gears. You know.
So let me give you a better intro.
Hold on.
Andrew Bleckman, as we know, is someone who feels passionately about several things. High Life, of course, being one of them. Other sports, knows everything about other sports. So he has very passionate feelings about that. I'm not particularly politically inclined. I don't think I've had many political conversations with him. But then again, you know, people are generally avoiding that these days. Other than that, you know, he's got a strong sense of right and wrong. And
well, I'm thinking about the draft next year, and I mean that's kind of where it comes down to. I'm not naming names.
5 minutes post 3-4, please.
But there was a particular player in that game who I think if you just wiped away the other 5 players on his team, you kept him, and you put some new assets around him, I think they could.
Sorry, hold off on that. You got 2. called the practice, but I forgot what game it is. Oh, I wrote the. I know what happened.
What happened?
I wrote them down in mine on the wrong game.
Okay.
Okay, please continue.
Game 6 coming up.
Yes.
I was saying a particular player who was in that game who played well, if you just wipe the slate clean,
Okay.
put 5 new players around him,
Okay.
I think that would be a really strong team, potentially.
Yes. So the
And you got to think about, the other changes that are occurring.
so the internal dynamics
Yeah.
of any given team can potentially negatively impact and hinder the play of a particular player.
Yeah, you look at other sports too, and you look at highlight, and you see a team, and you look at the names. You say, well, that team's loaded. How can they not win? It's usually between the years.
Really?
Or something in the locker room.
Okay.
Or something. I mean,
Switch 5, 6, 7, 8.
it's never really about what happens on the court. It's just people can't seem to shake what happens off when they bring it on. And, if you play game day after game day, come in, it can be frustrating. But I just think for that particular player who expressed, he's trying his hardest and really giving it his all out there for his team. And I think that, you just new partners, new team, new situation. And I think that guy could be one of the best in Battle Court. Maybe the best.
I can talk about this because it's a historical perspective.
Sure, yeah.
I have had players who would, so in Miami Highlight would play year round, okay? Players need to go on vacation, but it's a year round roster, but players all had a month vacation at one particular time, okay?
Right,
So,
yeah.
and we would bring in players from Fort Pierce, Ocala. They were great at Fort Pierce, Ocala. They were great highlight players, period. They had skill. There was something about Miami, and I'm thinking about one player in particular who, out of respect to him, will remain nameless. He appeared in many NHAFs. He was a top player at Palm Beach. He was a top player at Fort Pierce. He was a great front courter. But something happened to him when he came to Miami, and I was called to the player manager's office one time and was told this player would like to be released from his contract for the summer. You know the full story.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, there was another element to that, but that wasn't the only element. There was something that was, what led to that, because ultimately you don't have to do that. So there are times when the environment is just not conducive to a particular mindset. And in your case, believe me, I get it. That's the thing that I've been worried about more than anything else. The play is the play, Well,
the most modern example that comes to mind is like quarterback play in the NFL. I look at a guy like Sam Darnold, was on the Jets.
Okay.
Horrible, awful.
Okay.
He goes to Minnesota last season. They finished with one of the best records in the NFC, gets a big contract. So to your point, sometimes you just need a new environment, new voices in your head, and the talent's still there, but you just got to you got to know your guys, and you got to find the way to get it out of them in the best possible way. And being around so much negativity sometimes in any locker room, it'll just kill you. It'll kill your hopes, kill the team's hopes and everything.
And it's unique to Battle Court because all of those teams are in the same locker room.
Right, and there's also one team that just brings back the same core every single time, and it goes back to the definition of insanity at a point. It's like one time, like
careful.
Right, I mean you have success once.
Careful.
Yeah. I've said too much. Let's play game 6.
Time to play our 6th game. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Plays 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Nicholas serves. The red of post 1. Douglas receives. Blue post 2. And Andrew, I agree with you. There's a serve. We begin. Douglas on the catch. Here's the backhand. Thrown powerfully. That's out. Violent, but out. Point 2. White shirt at post 3. Manu receives. Want to tread delicately around Nicholas, apparently. Here's a backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand. Point 3. Green shirt up post 4. Man, it's a Urrutia. Watch out for this guy serving Urrutia. He's got tricks up his sleeves. Ooh, Magic City bounce, handled by Manu. Rotate forehand, caught by Manu. Point 3. Black shirts of post 5. Black shirt of post 5. Here's Alex. Rebote forehand by Alex. Manu makes the catch. Inside placement. Alex is going for it. Oh, look at that effort. Oh, it hit it. Here's Manu up at the 1 line. The drop shot. Alex chased it down and it scored. Wow. Wow. Manu, I'm sorry, but they're young and fast these days. They're, you know. Point 5. I don't know which is better, chasing down the Rebote or chasing down the Dejada. They're both great. That's amazing. Point 5. Yellow shirt, be careful, Inaki. Yellow shirt of post 6. Inaki. Powerful forehand Rebote. Iñaki to the inside. Scoop attempt. Tip. Point 6. Receiving. Pink shirt of post 7. Iturbide. Cortada scores, point 6. Receiving, purple shirt, post 8, Aratz. Complete the first round of play. Scoop by Naki. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand to the inside. Aratz commits. Inside placement. Scores. Point 8. First round's complete. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First return, red at post 1. Nicholas. Costello 2-all. Ooh, this one lands in and scores .1. One serves to post 2, Douglas. Placement to the inside, a little bit of the side wall. Nicholas, 2-all. .2. Two with 3 points. Here's the green shirt to post 4. Urrutia. Costello 2-all. This one stopped by Douglas. Urrutia backing up, gets into position. Will not be a rebote, .2. Possible game point for the blue post 2. Douglas trying to stop him. Manu. Rebote forehand by Douglas, caught by Manu. Scoop by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Two-all scores. Point in game, post 2, Douglas. 2 ends at 6-1 and 3. Playoff for second and third place. 6 first serves to 1. But what motivated? Ball travels back. Nicholas looking for the rebote. Hard to the inside. Ooh. .1. 1 with 4 points. Possible place point for Nicholas. Trying to stop him, Manu. Ball tip, .3. Place and show point, Manu, sir. Outside placement scores. 3 places, 1 shows. Two, 3, 1. Unofficial order of finish for Game 6. $2 Quinella, 2-3, $42. $2 trifecta, 2-3-1, 204.20. $2 wager on 2 to win, $5.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 7. It is a spectacular 7. Doubles match, play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There are no scratches. Post time for game 7 is now just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. Andrew, let me tell you a story. Oh, first of all, let me tell you about how Mr. Savin may get hit for another $2,000 here before we force it out. So $2,000 is alive on the 8. We gave out $2,000 last week, didn't we?
It may not have even been last week. It may have been Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday.
They're really hitting this hard before the mandatory payout, which is what, a week from today? Or no. It's the following Tuesday.
Yeah. A week from this upcoming Tuesday.
A week from this upcoming Tuesday. Okay, I got that. So let me tell you a story, and I know you're going to be able to apply this to what we were talking about earlier, okay? Yeah, how I like history, right?
Yeah, sure.
I also happen to be a big fan of Einstein. I'm a fan of Einstein, not because I understand anything about physics, because we share the same birthday. And no. So we share the same birthday, and also I find his personal story absolutely intriguing. But it's the anecdotal stuff about Einstein that I particularly find interesting. Now, a few years ago, there was this really big movie called Oppenheimer. And Oppenheimer, for the most part, accurately depicted what happened, or Einstein's relationship to the development of nuclear weapons, which that, yes, he provided atomic, he contributed to atomic theory, but no, he was considered too big a star to participate in such what needed to be a secretive program. Okay, so he was kept out of it, but he knew all the people in it. But it is, I believe, successfully argued that the only reason why the Manhattan Project was started, why anybody paid attention to how science could potentially create something that could, in theory, end the war very quickly by creating something so terrible, was based on a letter that was written from Einstein to President Roosevelt. Yes. The letter exists in the archives. Now, after, of course, but the idea that the scientists believed that they would create this bomb and that the U.S. government or Department of War, or whatever it was called at the time or is called now again, would take it over an unpopulated area and demonstrate it to the Japanese, and that they would see what power we have with a bomb, and it would never be used on people. Well, didn't turn out that way. Twice. It didn't turn out that way. So the scientists, most of the scientists, again, it's not all the scientists, and I am oversimplifying a very long story and a very long movie, but it's a very complicated issue. But for the most part, most of the scientific community was pretty horrified. Basically, no, you can't use these were never meant to be used, which is why they haven't been used since. So, but Einstein's position was, and this is where you'll understand the connection I just made between a particular, my involvement in something, was that Einstein was asked later about, how do you feel about having written to, or the story goes something like this, how do you feel about that first letter? I'd cut off my hands as not to have written that first letter to Roosevelt. The fact that we use nuclear weapons on humanity it's like I never would have. And ironically, there is, I believe, I think this is historically accurate, and I don't know, and I'll qualify that by saying that I do believe that there was a second letter that was left unopened on Eisenhower's, not Eisenhower's, unopened on Roosevelt's desk. Once it became clear that they were going to use it, the scientists tried to stop it. That part I know is accurate, and that was accurately reflected. When they said, hey, wait a second, these guys are looking a little shady around the eyes. They're looking like they're talking about where they're going to drop it. It's like, whoa, wait. So there was a second letter that said, by the way, you can't use this because when it explodes, it sends all this stuff up into the atmosphere and the winds take it away and you're going to, it's bad. We can't use these things, and we certainly can't use them on a mass scale. And that second letter sat unopened on Roosevelt's desk when he died, and Truman never read it. Now, I think the whole unopened and Truman part maybe glorified that. Right. I don't know, but it does provide for an interesting story. Now, relate that to a few things that I've been involved with by history. Just because I did part A, or even hinted towards part A, doesn't mean that I didn't mean I recognized that it's that effing chain again. It's the chain. Why do I hear
such a deep? Sorry, folks. We were in a very deep conversation, but that chain started moving, and that thing is so loud, folks. And it's clinking around in this metal box, and Stu's just losing. I can imagine. I get it, Stu.
It's not loud, some small chain. It's an anchor chain.
It's cold. It's loud.
Yes, Andrew, you get all of it.
I mean, it's just
the subject matter. There's a dark fog that's coming down over there's a dark. So you would actually compare that to nuclear weapons? Yes, I would.
I kind of see where Stu is. I get where he was going with it, but it's slightly darker, but very applicable.
Rant finished. Yeah, you guys couldn't hear that part.
Got to get it out. That's all right. 0 minutes on the clock. Well, someone's got the 8 alive here, and that's Jairo and Manu, so pretty good shot at 2,000. See if they can hit it. Good luck.
Time to begin our 7th game. Spectacular 7 scoring. Iturbide serves. Urrutia Cabrera receive. There's the serve. We begin. Costado to the inside. Gallows there. Gallo on the forehand. Point 2. White shirts opposed 3 receiving. Etcheberry and Benny. Rebote left side by Urrutia. Here's the catch by Benny. catch on the bounce by Benny. So you guys heard me talking about the chain, specifically about the chain. You heard me yelling about the chain, those of you in the chat watching on YouTube, because that was a different microphone that you're not supposed to hear. Here's the backhand by Benny. Benny on the backhand from the 11 line. Well, it's just going to require an explanation. I don't even know how to explain it.
There's just a big chain.
There's an anchor chain, but it's like from, seriously, it's like from a cruise ship. Maybe not a cruise ship, but like one of those big, you know,
I blame
yachts.
Jed.
Robote, left side, too low, 0.2.
It is actually his fault, though. Bradley, I think he was complicit, but this seems like a Jed idea.
2 on the board with 2 points. Here's green shirts. Post 4, receiving. Gonaga, Nicholas. Yes, sorry about that, folks. And it is said mostly in jest to the players, but no. It's really, 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 really irritating and very unnecessary. There's the backhand by Nicholas. Robote, left side, high to the front wall, caught by Gonaga. That ball touched the net in the backcourt. 0.4. Black shirts, post 5. Go Sherry and Ben receive. There's the backhand. This one caught by Gonaga. Sherry, forehand rotate to the outside, will score. Well done, 0.5. Yellow shirts up post 6. We have Lalu and Aratz. Balu, that really wasn't that really was not a hot mic. I had both mics shut off. There's a microphone that picks up the ball sound and some court sounds, and that picked up the mic I was using to talk to the players, chat with the players. Ball missed on the left side. Aratz, 0.5. 5 on the board with 2 points. Here are the pink shirts of post 7. We have Benetrix and Douglas. R. Schumann, it's a lifestyle. Those chains aren't a problem. It's this really, really, really loud chain. There's the backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand save by Gaucheri. Floater stopped by Benetrix. Ben on the forehand from the 12 line. Benetrix at the 7. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Gaucheri's there. Douglas comes in. Backhand from the 10. Robote forehand by Benetrix. Gaucheri makes the catch. Costello 2-all. Stopped by Benetrix. Karam by Benetrix scores. 0.7. To complete the first round of play, post 8, Jairo and Manu. Jairo on the catch. Here's the backhand. Jairo up high, backhand straight to the corner. Douglas makes the catch at the 13 line. Jairo calls for the rebote, plays it up from the right side. Benetrix backs up, makes the catch. Hard and low to the inside. That's tipped off the scoop attempt, 0.7. 7 with 2 points. Here's post 1. Iturbide and Gallo. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. Rebote left side by Benetrix. Gallo back to the 13 line. Big backhand. Douglas advances, takes it in the air. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote saved by Iturbide. Benetrix on the forehand from the 8. Low and hard. Scoop by Gallo high on the left side. Rebote left side, it's a 2-all. Benetrix is out there. Powerful forehand. What a scoop by Iturbide. Drop shot. Benetrix gets in there, stops it. Here's the backhand. Rebote save. Big bounce on the inside. Brought in by Douglas. 0.7. 4 points for the 17. Receiving, white shirt, post 3, Etcheberry. These will be practice throws only for Etcheberry with a new piece of equipment. Play resumes, 7 with 4 points, serving to post 3. Thank you, Benny. Big backhand by Benny. What a catch by Douglas, reaching way up high. Etcheberry from the left side, low and hard, read by Benetrix. Benetrix to the back wall, Rebote coming out. Rebote left side. Bounce taken on the left side by Douglas. Powerful backhand follows. Benny to the inside. Benetrix takes it in the air. Costello. Backhand by Benetrix. Beautiful catch by Benny at the 13. Benny, great catch at the back wall. Long carom, read by Benetrix, stopped by Benetrix. Return, caught by Benny. Benetrix back in there to make the play. Split placement, stopped by Etcheberry. Douglas, great read, catches it in the air. Powerful backhand, stopped by Etcheberry. There's a catch by Benetrix. What a catch by Benny. Off the wall, backhand, 2-all. Will score. Yep, that killed him. Lost to a backhand, 2-all. No. 0.3. Blue shirts a post 2. Arrutia and Cabrera. Beautiful catch by Benny. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote to the forehand of Arrutia. Cortada by Etcheberry. Stopped by Cabrera. Beautiful catch. Rebote by Benny. Urrutia calls for the play. Up the middle. Benny has it on the right side. Cortada, stopped by Cabrera. Etcheberry gets in there, pulls that off the wall at the 9 line. Quite a catch. Etcheberry again, backhand from the 8. Cabrera, backhand to the inside. Benny takes it in the air. Powerful backhand by Benny. Costello by Urrutia, cut off by Benny. Urrutia, great catch. Backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Quite the rebote by Etcheberry. Backhand to the inside. Etcheberry's there again. Cabrera gets in there, makes the catch. Low runner scooped up by Benny. Here's the backhand. Rebote. Rebote left side by Benny. That's a good save. Urrutia takes it on the bounce. Powerful throw. Scoop by Benny. Urrutia calls for the rebote. Catch by Cabrera. Benny from the 11 line. Benny will take this on the forehand at the 12, right side. Stopped by Urrutia. Etcheberry makes the catch. Powerful Costello the inside, scooped up by Cabrera. What a catch. Here's Benny. Powerful forehand by Etcheberry. Wall to wall, back to the inside. Urrutia makes the save. Good placement by Cabrera. Catch by Benny. Benny on the backhand. Cabrera's there. Etcheberry midcourt. Light touch on the 2-wall. What a catch by Benny. Great read, even better catch. This point continues to go backhand, 2-wall. Lands into score, spreading like a virus throughout the court. Wow. Point 2. Two with 4 points. Green shirts post 4. Backhand by Cabrera, powerfully thrown. Rebote forehand by Goenaga. Cabrera's there. Nicholas from the 11 line. Here's a backhand by Cabrera. Catch by Nicholas. Nicholas on the catch. Here's the forehand. Cortada not crossing the wall. Stopped by Urrutia. Urrutia blasts this backhand. Nicholas is there. Cabrera on the catch. Backhand. Nicholas in the corner. Comes out on the left side. Urrutia at the 9. A bullet stopped by Nicholas on the left side. Cabrera's there. Nicholas now on the backhand to the inside. Cabrera stops it at the 11 line. Rutia gets in there to make the play. Scoop attempt missed. Point 4. For 3 points, here's post 6. Lalu and Aratz. Over serve, point 6. Receiving, post 5, the black shirts. Gaucheri and Ben. Robote forehand by Gaucheri. Aratz is there. Robote. Big bounce to the inside. Aratz reads it, stops it overhead. Forehand and pass. Ben gets out there to make the catch. Lalu to the inside powerfully. Great catch by Ben. Ben comes over the top. Lalu stops it in the air at the 5 line. Powerful throw. What a catch by Ben. Aratz. Ben, tremendous catch on the left side. Great play. Robote by Gaucheri. Big bounce. Brought in by Aratz overhead. Backhand. Powerfully thrown from 13. Ben's there. Robote 2-all. Thrown perfectly by Gaucheri to score. 4 points for the 5 team. Purple shirts post 8. Jairo and Manu receive. I see some questions came into the chat. One regarding back quarters serve, or does the front quarter have to serve? We'll answer that in between. And information about the Seston having a shelf life. I've got a great Seston at home. That's 2010, so that's 15 years old. Only been played with twice. Catch by Manu. Here's the backhand. Ben now from the 11, backhand. Robote. Scoop attempt is tipped. Point 5. Possible game point, black shirts a post 5. Gaucheri and Ben trying to stop them. Iturbide and Gallo. Robote forehand, straight back. Gallo's there. Powerful backhand by Gallo. This Robote kicks out to the 4 line. Gaucheri puts it inside. Scoop attempt is tip. Point in game, post 5. Gaucheri and Ben. 5 wins it. 7 serves to 2. This is for second and third. Ben, please pick up the money so we can finish the game. You're not at a strippers club, Ben. And I'm wearing a sweater for that matter, but I will take the cash. JR, that's our tip. That's our tip. Make sure you get it. This is a playoff, by the way, folks. Scoop by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Costado, ooh, into the pad. Great roll by Benetrix. 2 places, 7 shows. 5-2-7, unofficial order finish. Oh, folks, did you hear that too? Said with love and generosity. Okay. $2 Quinella, 2-5, 43.80. Trifecta, 5-2-7, 680, 280. Cello wager on 5 to win, 13.40. And there's a high five that lives to fight another day, and Alex just tried to kill his older brother. Seven, 5, 2, 5, 4, 5 numbers returning $212.90. Next, ladies and gentlemen, our 8th and final game in advance of Battle Court at 5 p.m. The Chargers will take on the Renegades. I see an El Barba substitution. My, oh my, will be good. Hey, he played great earlier. Flores and El Barba and Art against Flores and Ben. That sounds interesting. All right. Okay, let's handle those 2 questions. So the first question, does the front quarter have to serve? The unwritten rule is yes. That's been asked many times. It's asked many times, and not just here. And I do believe, if I am not mistaken, that in our first year of play at Magic City in 2018, we did abandon the rule of the front quarter has to serve. I do believe that we allowed the back quarters to serve in 2018. Andrew is kind of like snicker laughing. It's like half snickering, half laughing.
Yeah. I was like, that happened, really?
That really did happen. I do have a foggy memory. I mean, I try to get enough electroconvulsive therapy to wipe that out, but that's not true. I'm not. ECT is undefeated where ECT is undefeated when in that particular area, but no, I've never had it. Multiple psychopharmacologic trials, yes, but not ECT. But not against it. But yeah, in 2018, we did have back quarters serving. It was necessary. That's why we did it. But no, traditionally, it's the front quarter that serves. And Cesta's shelf life. So the dehumidifier, I imagine, was just a mistype or an autocorrect. So humidified. You want these baskets humidified. In fact, when Highlight was played professionally in Connecticut, they actually had misters on the court. So from the time that the chestnut is cut, and shaped, to the time it's made into a Highlight cesta, all the time that it's used as a Highlight cesta, when it's not in use, it should be stored in a humidified environment. In every cesteria and every fronton, it's always that interesting smell of mildew, and because they were older buildings. But the baskets had to be kept moist to preserve their longevity. A basket that dries out, the worst place to keep it is in your trunk. Amateurs come in amateur Highlight and going in their trunk and out their basket, or letting it roast in your back seat down here. No, both bad ideas. That cesta that I've been talking about has been kept in my bathroom been kept in my bathroom, so it's humidified, and it was
you need something. You need a little moisture.
It was a first generation. You actually saw it the one time you came over and had Thai food.
Oh yeah,
You saw it. That's a first generation Manny basket. And he says, "Don't show it to anybody." I said, "But it's beautiful." He said, "Don't show it to anybody." That was from 2010.
Some of the early work, yeah. Well, Stu, you talked about that first match of Battle Court. We can give you the rest. It will be the Chargers and Renegades tonight. El Barba subbing just one match for Jedden. So El Barba and Arta take on Flores and Ben. That gets us started. Then we'll see Iturbide against Goanaga in singles. Then back to doubles, Division 1, Zulaika and Ubia against Gosheri and Omega Reina. Then back to singles for Bradley and CRB. And then 2 doubles to close it out. Zulaika and Arta taking on Goanaga and Omega Reina first. And then we'll close it out with Iturbide and Ubia against Gosheri and Bet. Those will be the 6 matches in order tonight. The Chargers take on the Renegades.
Bradley and CRB has that David and Goliath quality to it. But, I mean, Bradley's no Goliath. I mean, he's not, you know, Bradley is... it's just
stature.
It's just size-wise.
Yeah.
Just size-wise. And, of course, we have our good friend Mike Diaz, who keeps throwing CRB into the Bible. Which still don't... I still don't see. I mean, it is funny.
Seems prophetic, yeah.
I mean, it is funny. And he's consistent. I mean, he's not stepped away from that. Have you considered? No, I haven't.
No, I really haven't.
He probably has. Time.
Teammate, one more, Steve.
Time to begin Game 8, the final. Pari-mutuel. Quinella. Pelota game of the week. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, Iñaki. Did I say it right? Yes. Iñaki. Receiving in the blue of post 2, David. Iñaki. Iñaki. And David Iturbide receives. Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Iturbide on the catch. Oh, what a scoop by Iñaki. Rotate forehand is up. Point 2. White shirt of post 3, Manu receives. Beautiful catch by Iturbide. There's the backhand. 2-all. Scores. Point 3. Receiving in the green shirt of post 4, number 66, Alex. Alex on the backhand, caught by Manu. Manu with a low runner. Robote's save, too high. Point 3. Black shirt of post 5, number 38, Arutia. Thomas. Players typically have at least one backup cesta, which is their old cesta. At least one, some have 2. Robote 2-all. Arutia is on the outside to make the catch. That lands in and scores, point 5. Yellow shirt, post 6, here's Arat. But yes, a player does need a cesta to go to, and on occasion, on very rare occasion, on very rare, horrible occasion, we've had a player use another player's cesta to get through a match. Oh, for serve, point 6. Receiving, post 7, pink shirt, Nicholas. Backhand by Nicholas. carom by Nicholas caught the pad. And Nicholas is back lickety-split, 0.6. Here now to complete the first round receive. Purple shirt to post 8. Go Sherry. Here's the backhand by Go Sherry. Robote, forehand. Sherry makes the catch. Costello 2-all opens and scores, 0.8. We've completed the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First return, red to post 1, Iñaki. Iñaki on the backhand. Robote to the inside. Robote forehand. 0.8. Inaki, I promise, for 2026, there'll be a new sidewall. Blue post 2 receives. Iturbide. Point 8. Possible game point for the purple shirt to post 8. Go Sherry. Trying to stop him is Alex. Good observation. Go Sherry is obviously dominant. He's been dominant here at Magic City, but with some of the fast front quarters, it's just given him a greater degree of competition. It's not that he's playing any worse. Scoop by Go Sherry. Back to the inside, read by Alex. Alex hard to the inside. That scores. 0.4. Play continues. Here's post 3, Manu. Point 4. Four with 4 points. Here's Arutia. Point 4. There's the backhand by Nicholas. Alex, hard to the inside. Nicholas looks for the rote. Alex takes it in the air, winds up. Costello the inside with power. Robote save. That hit the overhead screen. Point in game, post 4, Alex. 4 wins at 8 places, 6 serves to 3. This is a playoff for 3rd place. All by Manu scores. 3 shows. 4-8-3, unofficial order finished for game 8. With Lin-Manuel Miranda playing a bipolar patient. Oh no, it's so good. He likes to freestyle. As his room. Results are official. 483 for Game 8. The late pick 3, 254, 3 of 3 numbers, returning $604.04. $2 wager on 4 to win, $25.40. $2 Quinella, 4-8, $36.60. Trifecta, 483, $442.80. And that, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew, you have anything else you'd like to add or say, or you're good?
Just writing in the prices. Have a good day, everyone. We'll see you at Battle Court.
That, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Thursday afternoon performance of Live Highline in the Magic City on the Highline channel. We are glad that you chose to join us today and invite you to join us for Battle Court at 5 p.m. when the Chargers will take on the Renegades on behalf of the player, staff, and management. Battle Court Highline LLC, the World Highline League, and of course, Magic City Highline. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you at 5 or live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.